Diolch yn fawr, John. Mae'n fesur dod i siarad â chi fan hyn heno. Dych chi'n llawn gwybod bod fi yn gweithio, neu mae rhaid, chi'n gwybod bod fi'n gweithio mewn amaethyddiaeth o 9-5 fel darlithydd yn y brifysgol yn darlithydd mewn amaethyddiaeth. Be sy'n bwysig i ni sylweddoli bod amaethyddiaeth mor sylfaenol bwysig i economi Ceredigion. Os ydych chi'n edrych ar rhai ystadegau moel, mae 1/2 o'r busnesau sydd wedi cael ei cofrestru ar gyfer VAT yn Ceredigion yn busnesau amaethyddol. Mae'n jyst yn dangos pa mor bwysig yw i'r arian sydd yn mewn i'r sir, a mae hynny'n creu'r ffyniant sydd angen ar gyfer yr ysgolion, ar gyfer busnesau lleol eraill. Mae yna lawer sôn wedi bod yn ystod y dyddiau diwethaf ynglŷn â hyng Parliament a pawb yn rhoi i'r red lines lawr beth sy'n bwysig iddyn nhw. Be fydd yn bwysig iddo fi byddai cynrychioli ffermwyr ac ymieithwyr Ceredigion, ond hefyd roed red line lawr i Elfyn Llwyd fydd yn arweinydd Blaid Cymru yn y Senedd i fod yn llefarydd cefn-gwlad Blaid Cymru. Byddai hwnna'n rhywbeth byddai ni yn hoffi i wneud yn sylweddol. Agriculture, or the devolution settlement, is a complex one. And it's something we look at people who have got different kinds of responsibilities. A common agricultural policy is decided in Europe. You've got agricultural matters which are devolved down to the Assembly and which Ellen is in charge of. Now, you often think, what the heck do we send members of Parliament up to London to do? Well, DEFRA remains the lead body on so many issues that are involved with CAP. Now, I would argue that that shouldn't be the case. I would argue that some of the competence in leading on agricultural matters resides elsewhere. I would rather, for example, see the Welsh Minister and the Welsh civil servants looking after our sheep interests and our dairy interests, because I would argue that there is greater competence and capacity in those departments, or that department, than there is in DEFRA. Certainly, there is more understanding of what's required in the dairy and the sheep sectors. The Member of Parliament has a role in influencing the way that DEFRA thinks. And when you have a country like Wales with £290 million coming in for the single farm payment, you see the significance of those values. And I think we need someone who understands agriculture, who has been brought up with agriculture, in order to be able to fully represent and take the case, advocate the case for agriculture in Parliament itself. Now, Plaid Cymru do have a vision for agriculture in Wales. It's based around the family farm. The family farm, which is so important to many of you. It's got to be a business which is profitable, it's got to be a modern business, it's got to be making the best use of technology, but it's also got to be a business that gets a fairer share of the market price. The retail price and the market price for agricultural products, there is such a disparity between them. You know, you can see the difference, you can see the way the pressure is put in order to depress the market price in favour of retail profits. £3.1 billion was the profit that Tesco announced only last week. That's a disgrace, and that's something that we need to deal with, and I'll come on to that a little bit later. But more importantly for agriculture, we need to be in a position where we produce more food. It is going to be one of the challenges ahead over the next few years. And we take grasp that challenge and ensure that we don't affect climate change and don't undertake practices that are likely to be detrimental to the environment itself. Now, there are certain immediate challenges that we need to face. I think we've got to face this mentality in DEFRA about the CAP budget. They're talking about the renationalisation of CAP. In other words, the decision-making process insofar as policy comes back from Europe to DEFRA. I must admit, I trust more the influence of French farmers on French ministers in the Common Agricultural Ministers' Council than I do trust DEFRA itself, particularly when it comes to Welsh agriculture. We face the challenge of moving from historical payments through to area payments. Now, we've already had indications through Elin from the Commissioner that there will be a transition stage and this will be extended until 2020. That's good news. That's pressure being brought from Wales onto the European Union in order to influence and help and ensure that we have adequate transition. We've heard talk tonight of the Supermarket Ombudsman. This has got widespread party-wide support. And in the next Parliament, it's got to come back, not as a private member's bill. A private member's bill was always going to fail in the last dying days of a dying Parliament. It's got to come back as a government bill. It's got to be there as part of policy and as part of a government agenda. That's the only way and the only time that will have the teeth that are required in order to give the results that are required. And we need to make sure as well that we fight the Treasury. The purse strings are held by the Treasury. Now there is a demand by the UK Treasury to reduce the size of the CAP budget. That will disproportionately affect areas like Ceredigion, like rural Wales, that depend highly on agriculture as a mainstream industry. And that's something, and that's a message that hasn't been heard in Parliament. It's a message that hasn't been heard because I believe that there aren't sufficient people up in Westminster who understand how agriculture operates and understand the needs of agriculture. There is also a long-term challenge, and this is one that we all face. By 2050, we need to be producing twice as much food to feed a population of 10 billion worldwide, using less water and using less resources. Less fossil fuels, less fertilizers, and it's a challenge. It's going to be a major challenge for us. And I think we're going back to a period where production of food will once again become more important. We've seen how the effect of the volcano in Iceland has suddenly stopped some food supplies because they had to be flown in. We've seen how shipping or strikes in Calais ports have stopped the movement of products into the UK, and that's created shortages quite quickly. We need to be in a position where we are producing food and getting a return for it, and that's, it's an important job for the farming unions, it's an important job for government, and certainly it's an important job for elected representatives. Now, I'm not one that often quotes Tory Prime Ministers, but I like this quote, and some of you may have heard me quote it before. In a progressive country, change is constant. We're always looking and having to deal with change. As agriculturalists, no season is exactly the same. You have to adapt your systems on a yearly basis. But we've got to, I think, over the next few years, adapt and change. I think we've got to have a steady hand at the tiller. We've got one, right? What I would like to do is to have a team working for us here in Ceredigion with Elin and working for the farmers of Wales in Westminster as well. Thank you very much.